And he's been calling plays for a long time. When you're a good play caller, you're a good play caller. And Lane's been calling plays since his time as a head coach here, um, Alabama, FAU, now at Ole Miss. Lost Jeff Lebby, and they look just as good, if not better, without Jeff Lebby. So I think whatever happens to Alice Golish, I think offensively be all right. And Golish is dang sharp, and he's going to be a head coach. You're going to have to replace Tim Banks at some point, though. He's an up-and-coming star in college football, but when by the time Tim Banks leave, there's going to be more recruits coming up in here, and that should attract the next defensive coordinator to say, you know what, man, this system may put me behind the eight ball a little bit with my defense, but man, it sure helps to have some studs on defense that we're getting or inheriting. So, not necessarily all concerned about that. But you got to maintain it. Now the back is going to have a target on it for Tennessee, especially if you continue to do what you're doing, and that's what I fully expect. Kevin from Fayetteville says, "Missed you guys. Appreciate that, Kevin. We'll see a lot. Will we see a lot more of that blitz package Tim Banks used against Bama, or was that specifically designed for Bryce Young? We're going to see some pressure. We're going to see some pressure.
We need to.
Yeah, we're going to continue to see pressure. There's a time and place that you do it because you don't want to put your defensive backs at risk. We had 3 starters out against Alabama, 3, and wound up playing the walk-on in the most crucial point of the game. So you got to be careful. You can't let the quarterback know exactly when blitzes are coming each and every time because they're going to identify the hot route and get the ball away quick. So you got to mix it up. And I thought Tim Banks did a really good job of mixing it up. Jeremy Banks was on fire. Love how he plays the game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. To me, that was his best game of his career. Just at least watching to the naked eye, I thought he was terrific. I mean, from the very first possession to the last possession, he was awesome. And I think it's because they used him more as a pass rusher than, the typical traditional linebacker responsibilities. He still had those throughout the game, don't get me wrong. And I've been meaning all week to go back and look at the snap counts that Pro Football Focus puts out about how many times Jeremy Banks rushed the passer and how many times he was in coverage and things like that. Because watching it live, Swain, it really felt like he was used more as a blitzer and a pass rusher than at any point this season. And I think that's when he's at his best is when he doesn't have to think and he can just go get the quarterback. And it made a huge impact on the game. He did. And I thought he was just absolutely awesome from the first play of the game to the last one.
Yeah, we was on fire. Jeremy Banks was on fire in terms of stopping the run, getting after the quarterback. But Cameron Latu,
he's good.
He was a problem.
Yes,
he was a problem.
He was. The linebackers are still a problem in coverage. That is for sure. But
that's going to be a concern.
Jeremy Banks can
3 weeks. That's going to be a concern
against Georgia.
Yeah. That's
Brock Bowers.
That's the biggest concern.
Darnell Washington.
That's the biggest concern. Just looking ahead 3 weeks from now. But all right, let me go back to the phones right quick. Good evening.
How dare you overlook Will Levis?
Boy, stop. Good evening.
Alabama ain't played nobody, Swain.
Oh, man. How fun was that, Ballstorm?
My brother's in victory, baby.
How fun was that?
Oh, my God. It was more than a victory. It was like I felt like a weight lift off of me.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I had my wife and my daughter next to me. As soon as it went through, I reached over and grabbed my daughter, and we were hugging each other, and it was just it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. My kids were at Chris Brown's house, and they shot a video of themselves reacting to the kick, and they had the same reaction as everyone. Folks that wasn't at the game, folks who were at the game. It was just a universal moment of just pure happiness and excitement. And like you said, that weight being lifted off too.
And I got a pretty good video of them playing Dixieland Delight, and I sent it to Ben.
It's the best. I've always hated Dixieland Delight because I think of Alabama football and them playing it a billion times inside of Bryant-Denny throughout their game. I love it. I've been listening to it all week and humming to it and whistling to it and singing it. I've been blasting it all day.
I'm ready for Swiper Boy to do a little remix with it.
Well, I mean, for
Dixieland Delight remix.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we let those stupid Bammers steal a song that's about Tennessee. It's about Rutledge. And we let those stupid Bammers confiscate it and use it.
And their rebuttal is the band Alabama sang it. So who cares? But I will say we don't really need Swiper Boy. I could think of another person that could come up for a rap of Dixieland Delight remix for us, Swain.
That's right. That's right. Got his career started on this show.
Next question. Next point.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I told you the reason I couldn't call into your show on Monday is because I didn't have a voice.
When'd you get it back?
Today. Honestly. It took that long. Now, Florida week, I didn't have my voice back for the entire week. I yelled so much.
Where'd you sit?
In the north end zone.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you got a chance to see that missed kick.
Yeah, I did. Well, I got to see it from the back end, yeah.
Interesting.
Pause.
Yep.
Interesting there.
I got good video of that too, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
I'm like everybody. I've got pictures, I got videos, I've got everything. It was smoked my cigar once I got out of there. And just really enjoyed it. I mean, it's this.
You didn't rush the field?
Surprise. Do what? No, I didn't bring it with me.
No, I said you didn't rush the field?
Oh, no, I did go down on the field, but I wanted to wait till the goalpost went down before I took my daughter down there.
Yeah, I understand.
Probably smart.
Did you pull a muscle trying to get back up?
No, because I walked out through that what is that, the northeast corner right by the Bama band.
They was stuck like Chuck, wasn't they?
Oh my God. At one point I even looked at my wife and I said, kind of feel bad for him.
Oh, I felt bad for him. I really did.
I did not feel one single bad for them at all. They had that coming for them. One of my favorite tweets.
What they do? What do they do to deserve that? They ain't talk no trash. They just playing their little flute and tuba.
On the way out. They were talking
They're
trash
Bammers.
on the way out.
The band was?
They're Bammers. That's all that matters. They're Bammers, and they wanted to be all happy and look down upon us because they've beaten us 15 years in a row. So they can sit there and they can take it. I saw 3 or 4 of them crying, and it was the most beautiful sight that I've ever seen. They had to walk one girl away because she was having a breakdown. So she had it coming for her.
I got a soft spot for band members, man. I don't know why. I do.
Hey.
Probably because you love Butch so much.
Did they have to put her in the same safe space as Henry Tutu?
Oh man, it's just business stuff.
She was standing next to where Derek Dooley was eating his spaghetti.
I didn't even know that was him until somebody tweeted it out.
Yeah, I
forgot that he was on the sideline. Yeah, I forgot he was even in Alabama.
Yeah, I did too.
One of my favorite tweets that I saw, obviously there's been so many cool reaction videos and people sharing their personal experiences, and then troll jobs, and so much awesome content over the weekend. One of my favorite tweets, Swain, was the person that responded to you that went over to the Alabama band and put the sad Snapchat filter on the band members' faces.
That was dirty.
that tweet was hilarious.
That was dirty, man. That was dirty.
Hey, I tell you what though, I've been in Nashville and I've been wearing my orange, and I've gotten so many congratulations, and I mean, it's like people remember that Nashville is not Bama land.
I know, right? I know, ain't that crazy? Well, I'm glad you got your voice back, Volstorm.
Oh man. Hey, guys, before I go, make sure you check on your Bama friends and make sure that they're going to their support groups this week at their trailer park. See you, boys!
Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, I know we might play Alabama again, right? There's a chance.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Yeah. There's a chance we might play them again. No. Yeah. Huh? No.
How? Now, let me ask you this.
He could play him 3 times.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. How nervous would you be for a rematch with Alabama? Because the only thing that I would be able to think about is, gosh, they are going to try to absolutely destroy Tennessee.
Well, psychologically, the team that wins first usually, they think about, we already beat them. We're better than them. We already beat them. So that would be the concern. But you would have Tillman back. So, I mean, think about what happened on Saturday. Tennessee beat Alabama without 3 of the starting secondary players and without Tillman. So I would feel more confident in playing them second time around, knowing that Tillman will be back. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it could. It could happen. You could play those guys second time. You could play them a third time.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah, you certainly could. I'll be curious to see if Alabama makes it. I would still pick them to make it, but they still got to go to Ole Miss and still got to go to LSU. And the way that they've been playing, that's not an easy trip, even though they're better and more talented than Ole Miss and LSU in my opinion. But we'll see. I saw an interesting theory today, or heard it. I can't remember who said it, or else I would give them credit. But that almost it might be better, and obviously Tennessee would never do this because Hendon Hooker, or would never want this because Hendon Hooker said after the game that their goal is to get to Atlanta. That's the goal that they established in Atlanta or in January, and that's the goal that they've been working for all calendar year long. So Tennessee doesn't want this to happen, and fans don't either. But I heard an interesting thought that it might be better if it's Georgia and Alabama in the championship game, and Tennessee's there or sitting on the sidelines 11-1, because then you would still pretty much probably make the playoffs at 11-1, and then Georgia and Alabama would knock each other out because one of those. Well, I guess if Georgia lost, they'd still have one loss. That would be their first loss. But
you can't lose by a lot.
Those
to Georgia.
two beat up on themselves.
You can't get blown out by Georgia, because then you got Michigan, Ohio State, and that game could be close. So we'll see what happens, man. They don't have to worry about anything. You just whoop up on Georgia, and then go beat Alabama again. So it makes it a whole lot easier. 865-255-03. We'll be right back.
Still sitting on the sidelines trying to figure out how to buy and sell in this complicated market? I get it, and I understand why you're hesitant. That's where I come in. Call me, Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty at 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I'm happy to help answer any questions you have, and whether you're ready to rock in 2 weeks or 2 years, I'll be here. Look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Vols!
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of Quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Fellas, do you need an annual health exam? I recommend going to Low T Center to get your complete health assessment. They will check all of your levels, not just your T level. In most cases, it's completely covered by your health insurance. And if you don't have insurance, it's less than $100 for a full lab panel and office visit with the medical provider to give you a complete health assessment. Low T Center specializes in men's health, making it quick and easy, even verifying your insurance. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your online appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The conversation doesn't stop when the show is over. Follow the Swain Event on Twitter and like this show on Facebook.
This gentleman that I am bringing on the show via the Swain Event hotline needs no introduction. But I'm going to give him one anyways because he's a legend. And that is that dude, Big Orange Mac. Look at Ben's face light up. Mac, good evening, man.
Good evening, Jay Swizzle. Good evening, Ben Jammin. Gentlemen. A weight has been lifted off of everybody's shoulder. 15 years of frustration. 15 years of pain. 15 years of lost hope gone in one field goal kick. I had to pinch myself to see if it's really over. No more curses. No more excuses. It's all gone. And man, I've been celebrating all week. It's a nonstop. It's been a party all week long. And every Bama fan that I know, that I see, I've been rubbing their nose in it like a puppy, trying not to teach them not to pee in the house. Every last one of them, and they can't stand it. And all I hear is the excuses and the whining and the crying. I look at them like my mom used to tell me when she used to give me whoopings when I was a kid. Dry it up, I'll give you something to cry about.
Exactly.
Man, I'm just overwhelmed, man. It just, people invited me over to come watch the game with them, and I said, I want to go home, sit by myself. Hell, I ain't kicked the dog out the house. I wanted to be by myself.
I feel you.
And when it went over, man, I guess my neighbors thought somebody was being murdered. They thought maybe Jeffrey Dahmer was up in here or something, because I went plumb crazy. It's, gosh, man, and players like, I mean, you was on the last team that actually, the last team to beat them. And
ain't got to hear that no more.
Well, yeah. Not no more.
Now I ain't got to hear that no more, man. You was on this 06 that beat Bama last. Goodness.
And the audacity of them people that tell us how to act when every year after the Iron Bowl, there's at least one murder down there in Alabama. So don't point your finger at me to tell us that the way we act, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that. Have you ever been to a game in Tuscaloosa? It ain't no fanfare. No. If you got on the wrong color. So don't get off your high horse. I mean, it's like they act like the rich family that all of a sudden became broke, and they can't handle being broke. Come on down here with us poor folks, see what an L feels like.
Exactly.
And they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Man, I smoked 2 cigars Saturday night, and man, I was going to all the local watering holes, just grinning from ear to ear. That's where all the bandwagon Bama fans hang out here in town, and they just look with a scowl on their face. And it felt real good. I mean, goodness gracious. I can't describe it. It was euphoric. It was erotic. It was everything. Man.
Easy now, Big Orange Mac. Don't start snoring on that. Don't go to sleep on us now. Don't roll over and start snoring, Big Orange Mac. Get out here.
All right. Let's see, y'all.
Much
Ian,
love.
how's my nephew doing?
Oh, yeah.
He's great. He's never seen Tennessee lose to Florida or Alabama, so he's living life right.
He's 2-0, baby. That's what I'm talking about. See y'all.
All right, man. Much love.
Appreciate
Big
you.
Orange
Hope
Mac.
you're well.
What's worse here, man? Bama fans trying to tell Tennessee fans how to win, how to behave, or the continuous finger pointing at the refs as if they were cheated out of the game. To me, it's the referees being brought up.
Yeah,
I'm
I think they're equally as bad, just because every other team in the SEC knows what it is like to play Alabama because the calls routinely go their way. There is so much documentation of the calls going Alabama's way. It is not just from the Tennessee perspective. It's from LSU's, from Florida's, from Auburn's. We could talk about it all day long. And so they finally lose the game, and then now they're acting like everybody else does, but everybody else has a legitimate reasoning to be mad. Where, again, I said it earlier, in my opinion, and I genuinely believe this, I would say this if I wasn't associated with Tennessee or didn't go to school at Tennessee or weren't covering them. I genuinely believe the referees called a good game. Yeah, they're going to miss holds here and there, but in terms of what was called, the only call that they got wrong was the one that went against Tennessee on Deshaun Rucker in the back of the end zone. So for Bama fans to act like the targeting was just such an egregious hit on Amari Thomas when they explained the definition of the rule for you on live television, but I forgot that understanding things down there is harder to do. And then, like Big Orange Mac, like there's so many, like he said, there's so many examples of Bama fans acting a certain type of way after they lose to LSU or lose to Auburn, killing trees, killing each other. I mean, there was somebody that got shot after this game. Bama fans shooting another Bama fan because they got into an argument. It's just ridiculous. And I know that there was the photo of the gentleman that has Lou Gehrig disease said that he has somebody, his son is on Tennessee staff as an assistant in some capacity, and said that there was a drink thrown at him, and that's awful. Yeah. And not at all condoning that, but you also see plenty of examples like Jermaine Burton of Alabama fans doing the same thing. So the craziness is in every single fan base, and it blows my mind how some like to act like it's one fan base or the other, when in reality, every fan base has the crazies.
That's right. All right, let's get back to the phones. Good evening.
Good evening.
Who do we have with us?
You've got Gene.
Hey, what's up, Gene?
Hey.
What's on your mind this evening, sir?
Well, you know how happy we are.
Oh, I know how happy.
It's such a good week. We're so happy we forgot to ask the why question.
Why?
You know how a team takes on the personality of their coach?
Yes.
You know, our team has taken on the personality of our coach. I think our fans have taken on the personality of our secondary. Nobody's asking why. Who was supposed to be playing spy on Andy? Why was he on TV?
Man, I ain't got a comment. I ain't got a comment on that. At all, Gene.
Before that game, I'm sitting there going, oh, Lord, why did they find Andy? It's like every time the news comes down to the South, they find the person that's seen the UFO and seen Elvis. They had to come and find Andy at the Tennessee game.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone, Gene. I'm gonna let you have that. I'm trying to avoid drama.
Oh, it's been a fun week. Now, Ben, I don't know if you got my message, but you know who you gonna pick? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia. Go ahead, Ben.
Georgia.
Don't make me and Buck Nasty have to call this program again.
No, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. He picked Alabama last week, and he gonna be the white T Morant. Let him be the white T Morant.
Oh, is he the Herb Street of the group?
Yeah, I guess so.
The good luck charm to pick against them every time.
Yep. That's all good.
Yeah,
I picked him to beat Pittsburgh, LSU, and Florida.
Ooh. It don't matter who picks who. It's the boys out there that got to make those plays on the football field. So go ahead. It don't matter who you pick.
It has been so fun, so much fun watching these players get the love they deserve for the work that they've put in. Listen to Coop on your Tennessee Prime.
Yep.
Talk about the offensive line, and their personality was great.
Yep, that was fun. Cooper's awesome.
That whole group, that whole offensive line group, I mean, that's the secret sauce, I think.
That's the difference.
All of it.
That's the difference why this offense is, pretty good versus unstoppable. Right now, they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just beating them. When they don't score, it's because they're beating themselves. That offensive line is making them multi-dimensional, balanced, and no team in the country is averaging 300-something yards passing and 200-something yards rushing. No team in the country besides Tennessee.
Yeah, it was great. My favorite question was what you asked Spraggs about being a girl dad. I mean, you just saw his whole demeanor change.
Oh, yeah. Prince of Fant.
Yeah, Fant. You saw that face soften.
Mm-hmm. I got him, didn't I?
You saw his why immediately. I was like, oh, Jason got him right there.
I got him.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
His whole facial everything. It's like, oh, there's the soft man right there.
That's it.
Anyway, good stuff, guys.
Yeah,
it's been a fun week, and hopefully we get some more coming up.
That's right, Jane. Thanks so much for the phone call. Let me run through this text box. Ben, West Tennessee Vol says, how are we not number one, though? Rankings are not logical. Yeah, Tennessee should be number one. Got the best resume, but it's all good. Got to play Georgia in 3 weeks, and got to play Kentucky in 2. So you handle those teams, you'll be where you need to be. And I saw Auburn go from being unranked to winning that championship in 2010. So we all right. Chip Arm Vol says Bama privilege is now Vol's privilege. Vol Storm says Hooker is now the plus 400 to win the Heisman. Stroud is plus 100. Let's see here. Chip Payne messing with Volstone, talking about he got pictures from the back. Man, Volstone did not catch himself. He was definitely thinking about the Alabama game. He was not on his P's and Q's this evening at all, Ben. Chip Payne says, will we see a lot of we already read that. Never mind. My man Nelson says, did you make Ben smoke a cigar? No, I didn't make Ben smoke a cigar. I didn't see Ben after the game. I saw him before the game. Got a chance to hold Baby Knox.
Swain's too cool for me.
Nah, man. I just got a ton of things going on before the game. I barely have any time to do anything, man. Can't even tailgate much, really much. After the game, I went back to the VFL tent for like 10 minutes, and I went to go pick up my kids. That was about it. So, Camden, Tennessee Vol says that clip from the sideline where the DB fell down as he watches Hyatt race off with the crowd in the background. Whew, that was tough. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%. Hub City says, I miss y'all this year. We'll be back in Neyland next year. Thank y'all for doing this on Thursdays. What about recruiting, Swain? Yeah, them 2024s. They liking what they seeing on Rocky Top. I like that. I didn't make Ben smoke a cigar. Nelson asked that. I saw Nelson, and I was peer pressuring him to smoking a cigar. But he was good. He didn't do it. He was good. How many NFL Bammers wearing that orange this week from Zell? I saw Evan Neal rocking that Tennessee hat, and I saw somebody else had on some checkerboard overalls.
Rashawn Evans.
Yeah, Rashawn Evans. Yeah.
CP's out here getting folks.
He is.
He's working a body count up.
He is. Cowboy Vol. Yeah, shoot me an email, Cowboy Vol. Got your message there about the tickets this weekend. Shoot me an email and see if we can get those tickets to somebody that can use them for sure. We always like doing that. Let's see here what else is on. You need to ask Chris Lowe why Darnell isn't on the midseason All-American team. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, doing what he did to LSU and Alabama, two guys that's going to be playing at the next level next year, it's a good question. Good question. Appreciate that, Chip Armval. Said, miss listening to y'all in the mornings. Thank you. Congrats, Ben, to your Yanks from BC1 Cam.
Thank you.
Hold on. Ben, were you getting on the player from the Guardians that was celebrating?
Yes, I was.
Now, why would
He's
you
a
do
clown.
that? Let me sit back.
He's a clown.
He was a clown for what?
He would be an extra.
What baseball team do you cover, Ben?
There has not been a single Tennessee baseball player that has done that.
Ben McKee. All the antics that we have done this past season and last season.
Not as much as what Josh Naylor did. Josh Naylor, with the series not even over. I believe the Guardians were up 2-1 at the time because it was game 4. And his team is losing like 4-2 in the 5th inning. And you haven't closed out the Yankees. And it wasn't – I'm all for pimping and having fun and celebrating and making baseball more fun than it traditionally has been.
You know you messed up, Ben.
That was showboating.
You messed up, Ben. You messed up. I caught your bias.
No, I did not.
Your bias is caught.
If a Yankee did that, I'd be saying the same thing. You're going to sit there and run around the bases while your team is losing, telling the pitcher that he is your effing little son and doing the baby all the way around the bases and staring at him and cussing at him. A Tennessee player has not done that. B, I'd say it if a Yankees player did it tonight against the Astros or at any point. Like if Josh Naylor was up, if the Guardians were up 8-0 and were about to win the game and win the series, and he did that, okay, cool, whatever.
Okay, all right.
You haven't finished out the series.
I got you. Okay,
you're losing.
I got you, Dan. Okay, so it was the fact that the Guardians were down.
They were ahead in the series, but I just think that you're losing a game in which the Yankees are about to tie up the series. I don't think that it was the appropriate time to be doing all that. And all he did was piss off Garrett Cole more than he already was, and he just shoved it right down the throat. And the Yankees are playing tonight, and Josh Naylor's at the crib chilling.
That's fair. I give you that. Like if you losing the game, you doing that, I'm with you. Okay, I saw your tweet and I was like, I can't wait to talk to Ben. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I'm all for pimping home runs and bat flips and all that, but A, the timing was wrong. B, I thought he was doing a little too much with his celebration.
Yeah. Nelson, good. Asked about Tamarion Parker and David Hobbs. Man, Tennessee did a really good job this weekend. They did a really good job. Really good job. So we'll see, man. We'll see if we can close the deal. Got to handle business for the rest of the season. But Tennessee had an awesome day recruiting. There'll be some commitments coming. So looking forward to seeing that. All right, Ben. Sir. Your Grizz, they playing right now?
Yep. They're playing the Knicks. They were up by like 20, and then the Knicks got it to 2. I think the Grizz have pushed it back to 7. So I got Grizz Knicks with like 5 minutes left, and then Yankees Astros tied in the 5th inning. So we'll see how tonight goes.
It's that time of the year. One of the best sports seasons of the year. And Lady Vols about to get it going. Men's team about to get it going. While Tennessee football is the third team in the country, it is rocking on Rocky Top with Tennessee athletics. For Ben McKee, Go Vols 247, I'm Jason Swain. We hope you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful evening. We'll do this again next week on Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern is when we will do this next Thursday. We'll have the podcast up for you as soon as possible. Have a great evening. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.